old man coming home late one night in a very dangerous neighborhood. Bunch of hoodlums confront him at gunpoint. One of them screams out, "Hey, old man, your money or your life?" So the old man stands there quiet, silent, not a peep. And everyone's confused, what's going on? So they scream at him again, "Do you hear me, old man? Your money or your life?" And finally the old man answers, I'm thinking. Now that's just a joke, but the reality is that we face this same question in our life. Not in such an overt way at gunpoint, but in each life choice we make, especially business related, we have to make a decision. What do we give priority to? Our life, quality of our life? Or are we really giving priority to money? Because money is a very dangerous tool. It can be very destructive, or it can be used for great things. This brings us to a verse in Kriyat Shema that we say every day. It reads, "Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavecha." You should love the Lord your God with all your heart, b'chol nafshecha, with all your soul, u'v'chol me'odecha, and with all your might. Now the sages elaborate on a deeper message in this verse. They explain that when the verse says that you should love God with all your soul, it means even if you have to give up your life. And that's the idea of Mesirat Nefesh. And when it continues to say all your might, what it also alludes to is with your money. One would think that if I'm giving up my life, that's it, that's everything, that's the biggest sacrifice I can make. And money that comes later is really smaller than that. Either it should have just said your life and that's it, or if it wanted to mention giving up money as well, it should have mentioned money first and then ended with this climactic, even giving up your life, so that we would be going from a lower to higher level of sacrifice. So the Gemara answers the question by saying, you know what? To your surprise, there are people that value their money more than their life. This itself is very confusing. How could it be that a person values his money more than his life? So let's look at the story we brought, the joke. This old man standing at gunpoint, he says he's thinking about it because he might prefer the money over his life. Now that's a joke, because at gunpoint, no sane human being would ever choose his money, because once his life is gone, he's got no money anyway. So the rabbis cannot mean this example that we use as a joke. It doesn't mean that when someone points a gun to your head, you're going to say, I want to keep my money, kill me, because that's senseless. So what do they mean that a person values his money more than his life? So let me ask you a question. If you are successful in business, right, and you're able to, make money, so what do you do with that money? There are people that take the money they make and they put it in a box, and then they just run out to try to make more money and more money. You ever heard the expression, I'm building my business? There's a person that spends his whole life building his business. Well, what does it mean to build your business? Building your business can be misappropriated. Building a business is necessary, but when your focus is on idolizing and just being completely devoted to your business to build it and build it and build it, and you become a slave to that endeavor, then you're putting your money above your life, because you're taking your life, the energy you have, and the days that you've been given, which are numbered, and you're using them to build a business that you will never benefit from, because you're going to build it till the day you die. And then not giving you the opportunity to benefit from that money is valuing that money more than your life, because it took your life and energy and time to make that money. And in the end, you become no better than a slave to money. So how do you become a free person and use the money for your life, putting your life before your money? Well, that's the healthy approach which the Torah prescribes for us, to have a fixed time for work and use that money, the result of your work, to service your life, to give you a better quality of life. There's another way we can appreciate the idea of giving up one's life for his money. Let's look at business ethics for a moment. If I'm going to compromise the law, Jewish law prescribes exactly what's right and wrong in the interdealings between people in business. If I'm going to compromise those laws, do things that are forbidden, essentially get my hands on money that's not rightfully mine, stolen money, I'm going to take from the person I'm dealing with in business what's not rightfully mine. So then I'm also compromising my life on a very big level. How so? Kabbalah teaches us that our business dealings are very exacting. When we're judged in heaven, we'll be judged for those business dealings. And if we took what's not ours, even if we didn't pay back a loan, we would have to come back into this world in a reincarnation to pay back that debt, to give back that debt. There are numerous stories brought by the Kabbalists about situations like this. There is a famous story from the Baal Shem Tov of a person that wrongfully took money from someone. He was forced to come back in a reincarnation to give back that money. And reincarnation is very difficult for the soul to have to go through this. And even if we don't come on to the idea of having to come back again, the simple result of stealing is it causes a blemish on your soul. So anytime we compromise our business ethics and truth and what's fair between our fellow person and ourselves in business, we are also compromising our life and putting, once again, our money before we put our life. With these lessons, let's hopefully take the ultimate message. Money is a tool that we can use to make our life better and to earn great reward by standing up to the challenge of money, by being honest. And through honesty in business, one climbs up the spiritual ladder and earns a beautiful place in heaven and a great reward. We see this in a verse speaking about angels ascending the ladder in Jacob's dream. Jacob saw a dream of angels going up and then down the ladder. The Balatur, one of the great sages, explains that the word sulam, ladder, can also equal the word money because they're the same gematria, they have the same numeric value. So if we switch the translation of the word sulam for money, we can appreciate the message. The angels that are climbing the ladder are us. When we use our money right, we climb this spiritual ladder. And when we use the money wrong, we go down this spiritual ladder. So ultimately, it all depends on what we do with the opportunities Hashem puts in front of us. If we do the right thing, then we bring ourselves and the world up with us and draw Hashem closer to us. And if we do the wrong thing, then we go away from Hashem and we make this world a worse place. And ultimately, the underlying root of all of this is greed or benevolence. If we understand that God is kind and gives to us and we have to emulate that and give to others, then we will be honest and faithful to Hashem and our fellow in our business dealing.